Gladstone is an area of about 2 square miles. It's actually a small residential community on the outskirts of Portland. We tend to have long-term residents in Gladstone. It is a changing community, but it's really a community that people choose to live in but not work in. The Danielson's Thriftway, some 40 years, was the heart of Gladstone. It really was our store.
If you wanted to know what was going on in Gladstone, you stood in line at the checkout line and you asked somebody in line, what's going on?
When it closed, the whole town was depressed. It just didn't seem right that the center was going to be gone.
It was a vacant grocery store. Musty smelling, it had the old murals on the walls, all the equipment, all the shelves, everything was out of it. Our voices echoed all over the room. And we had a table set up in the middle of the room and we just said, what if? What if this could become an early childhood center? We knew that when agencies can come together and when private citizens can come together, they can create a much greater vision that will better meet the needs of everyone.
When they were talking about this building and it coming together, that's the thought that came to me that, this would be the gemstone, that we put kids first here in Gladstone.
It was a real positive to us that they could recycle the building.
And so a charge to the architects was, how do we make this a truly welcoming place where people walk in and they feel comfortable?
And try and make a place that when kids come, they say, this is ours. And that when adults work here, they know that they're working for the kids.
One of the things that I would emphasize here is the risk that was taken and the wonderful commitment to that risk that the school board here committed to as they sat and looked at an expanse in a 35,000 square foot empty grocery store as board members for a school district. That in itself is a wonderful story.
The vision of the Gladstone Center for Children and Families is about reducing barriers and improving access for all manner of services.
Being part of the Gladstone Center for Children and Families has been very rich and rewarding in that it's a one-stop shop. So whatever a family might need or dream of or wish for or think of, we can get it right here.
When you stop and think about the knowledge that a Healthy Start worker has, that a Head Start worker has, that a worker that works with students with disabilities, with Department of Human Services, the community college, mental health, and our own kindergarten staff, you think about the collective knowledge that's there. It's absolutely incredible.
What this has also been is an opportunity for the department to connect with the school district in a way that's never been done before, and it's really opened the door for us to find possibilities to connect with all of our school districts.
It's a beauty to have this and keep passing the ball. Because really, if I don't need to shoot all the shots, I could pass the ball to someone else. And parents know that concept of passing the ball. If I don't have it, someone else could help you. So they know the concept and I appreciate that.
Want this one?
Kids are coming with different needs like medically fragile, developmentally delayed, kids who haven't been socialized or had access to services and people and other kids, those kind of things.
It's such a huge benefit for myself and my son. With everybody being so close, they can talk to each other and figure out, okay, this service is available for him and this service is available for her, and just having everything under one roof is just so much easier.
If they have a child that they currently are working with in their class and they're having difficulties, they can come to us and say, hey, do you have any ideas of how we might deal with this? Because we'll know this child is a Gladstone child. They're going to go to the Gladstone kindergarten that's right here in this building. We can bring the teachers over and say, okay, here's a child. We need to start planning now, early in their education.
Nice job.
What we really have is the breadth of experience right there, and we can see firsthand how children and families interrelate in a variety of ways to really be thinking about the next wave. How do we really do this in the future?
I have a theory that a child in need or a family that needs support and needs that help regardless of whose program they're in. All these different programs coming together to help serve the needs of the kids in the community is just, it's incredible, and I hope that more communities catch on.
State officials and high-ranking officials in the state of Oregon have been into the center. And what they're taking away from it is the collaborative nature, the partnerships that have been formed between agencies working together, and it's all around that theme of how can we more effectively and more efficiently serve the children and families in our communities.
All of you are leaders, in your leadership capacity, that you were willing to come together and work and see the possibility and keep children first in your efforts on what you were doing. And it's really important when that happens, look at the results.
The one-stop shopping idea for this center is brilliant. I'm thankful that I live in a community where when things aren't working out, there are people to go to.
Say you have a mom who has several children and no transportation, so she needs to utilize services, any of the number of services offered within the 11 or 12 agencies we have here working together. She can come to one location and have it all done, even on a single day.
This is the place that will support them as far as that whole wraparound service is involved, not only educationally, but their child's emotional development, social development. We're in contact with agencies. We're working with the elementary school. We're working with some area schools from a different district, and we're all collaborating together. And how can we make it easier for these families?
For me, it's an opportunity to bring mental health providers straight to the center, to take away the barriers, to be working with Head Start and Healthy Start and the kindergarten program, to say, we're here, let's not create stigma for families, let's really provide families the skills and the tools, and these kids the skills and the tools that they need so that they're successful in both education and all the other domains that are so important for them.
I don't care if you're rich, poor, if you lived in upper, lower, wherever you lived in Gladstone, that the kids were the things people came together, and this is what this center does. It brings everybody together. If we reach out and touch that kid, we could change that child's life. That's what it's all about.